Lección 1. Técnicas de ejercicio.
¿Has probado a nadar últimamente? Es un ejercicio estupendo.
Prefiero correr. Es más eficiente para el ejercicio cardiovascular.
Es cierto, pero nadar ejercita todo el cuerpo.
Supongo, pero correr es más sencillo y cómodo.
Punto justo. ¿Qué hay del remo? Eso también ejercita los músculos.
No tengo acceso a un barco. Caminar rápido también podría funcionar.
Buena idea. Caminar a paso ligero es un ejercicio fácil y de bajo impacto.
Exactamente. La clave es encontrar un entrenamiento que disfrutes y puedas mantener.
Acordado. La variedad es importante para que el ejercicio siga siendo interesante.
Lección 2. Monarquías, Inglaterra y sus antiguas colonias.
¿Has estado siguiendo las noticias sobre monarquías en todo el mundo?
Sí, es bastante fascinante, especialmente cuando se trata de Inglaterra y sus antiguas colonias.
Absolutamente. El impacto duradero del Imperio Británico aún se siente en muchos lugares.
Eso es cierto. ¿Qué tal si analizamos algunas de las ideas claves sobre este tema?
Claro, con gusto lo haré. Por ejemplo, el papel de la monarquía en las antiguas colonias.
Interesante. ¿Qué opinas sobre la evolución de estas relaciones a lo largo del tiempo?
Bueno, ha sido una historia compleja y a menudo tumultuosa, pero ha habido algunos avances positivos.
Ya veo. ¿Puede explicar con más detalle cómo algunas de estas antiguas colonias han navegado en sus relaciones con la corona?
Sin duda. Muchos han buscado establecer sus propias identidades nacionales y sistemas políticos únicos.
Eso tiene sentido. Ha sido un viaje fascinante de descolonización y construcción de la nación.
Exactamente. Hay mucho que desempacar en lo que respecta al legado del Imperio Británico.
Lección 3. Aspiraciones empresariales. Abrir un café.
¿Has pensado alguna vez en iniciar tu propio negocio?
De hecho, lo he hecho. Estoy jugando con la idea de abrir un café.
Es una perspectiva emocionante. ¿Qué lo inspiró a considerar el negocio de los cafés?
Bueno, siempre me ha apasionado la buena comida y crear un ambiente acogedor.
Suena como una buena base. ¿Qué tipo de café imaginas?
Estoy pensando en una cafetería acogedora al estilo de un vecindario que se centre en ingredientes locales de alta calidad.
Suena delicioso. ¿Has empezado a planificar la logística y las finanzas?
Sí, estoy investigando y elaborando un plan de negocios. Hay mucho que tener en cuenta.
Me lo puedo imaginar. Pero es fantástico que te tomes el tiempo de planificarlo a fondo.
Absolutamente. Quiero asegurarme de tener una base sólida antes de dar el salto.
Es un enfoque sensato. Estoy seguro de que su cafetería será una magnífica adición a la comunidad.
Lección 4. Abastecerse de artículos de primera necesidad para el hogar.
Sí, casi se nos acaba el jabón para platos. Deberíamos añadirlo a la lista de compras.
Gran idea. Hagamos una lista completa y vayamos pronto a la tienda.
Acordado. También tendremos que recoger algunos otros artículos de primera necesidad para el hogar.
Definitivamente. Las toallas de papel se están agotando y creo que se nos acabó el papel higiénico.
Buena captura. Y probablemente deberíamos ir a por un poco de detergente para ropa ya que estamos en ello.
Excelente punto. ¿Hay algo más que se nos esté acabando?
Creo que se nos está acabando el jabón de manos en el baño. Deberíamos reabastecerlo.
Bien, buena decisión. Bien, compilemos la lista completa y asegurémonos de no olvidar nada.
Parece un plan. De esta forma, podemos conseguir todo lo que necesitamos en un solo viaje.
Lección 5. Apreciar la belleza de las flores de primavera.
Las flores están empezando a florecer y es una vista preciosa.
Estoy de acuerdo, es una de las mejores partes de la primavera. Mis favoritos son los tulipanes.
Ah, sí, los tulipanes son simplemente impresionantes. Los colores vibrantes son tan llamativos.
Absolutamente. Hay algo muy refrescante en ver esas primeras floraciones.
Definitivamente. ¿Qué otras flores de primavera te gustan especialmente?
También adoro las delicadas flores de cerezo y los alegres narcisos.
Excelentes elecciones. La variedad de flores primaverales es un verdadero festín para los sentidos.
De hecho, es una época del año muy rejuvenecedora, ¿no crees?
Completamente. La llegada de las flores primaverales siempre me levanta el ánimo.
Lección 6. Perspectivas sobre el marketing de influencers.
Hola Anna, el marketing de influencers es bastante intrigante, ¿no crees?
Hola John, absolutamente. Se ha convertido en un verdadero punto de inflexión en el mundo del marketing.
De hecho, los nuevos conocimientos y la experiencia de las personas influyentes realmente pueden impulsar el compromiso.
Exactamente. ¿Qué tal si exploramos algunas de las últimas tendencias del marketing de influencers?
Es una idea genial. He oído que los microinfluencers están ganando más adeptos en estos días.
Fascinante. ¿Qué opinas sobre la eficacia de las campañas de influencers?
Bueno, parecen ofrecer un verdadero valor cuando se hacen bien. La autenticidad es clave.
Estoy de acuerdo, las marcas deben encontrar la combinación adecuada entre sus productos y las personas influyentes.
Absolutamente. Se trata de aprovechar la credibilidad y el seguimiento del influencer.
Precisamente. El marketing de influencers es sin duda un área que vale la pena explorar más a fondo.
No podría estar más de acuerdo. Hay mucho potencial por descubrir.
Lección 7. Una nueva oportunidad.
He oído que tienes una nueva oportunidad de trabajo. Eso es increíble. ¿Qué te trae por aquí?
Sí, estoy muy entusiasmada con ello. Es una gran oportunidad para asumir un nuevo desafío.
Eso es maravilloso. ¿Qué tipo de trabajo harás en este nuevo puesto?
Es un puesto de marketing en una empresa de tecnología en crecimiento. Seré responsable de desarrollar su estrategia de redes sociales.
Vaya, eso suena perfecto para ti. Tu experiencia será perfecta.
Yo también lo creo. Tengo muchas ganas de poner a prueba mis habilidades en un nuevo entorno.
Estoy seguro de que prosperarás en ese tipo de papel. Es una gran oportunidad para mostrar tu talento.
Absolutamente. Estoy ansioso por empezar y contribuir al éxito de la empresa.
Eso es fantástico. ¿Cuándo empezarás oficialmente tu nuevo puesto?
Empiezo la semana que viene. Me muero de ganas de meterme y empezar a rodar.
Bueno, enhorabuena por el nuevo trabajo. Sé que harás un trabajo excelente.
Gracias, aprecio mucho su apoyo. Significa mucho tener amigos que me animan.
Por supuesto, para eso están los amigos. Me emociona saber más sobre tu nuevo proyecto.
Me aseguraré de mantenerte informado sobre cómo va todo. Es un nuevo capítulo y estoy preparado para el desafío.
No me cabe duda de que lo aplastarás. Mucha suerte con el nuevo papel.
Lección 8. Progreso constante.
He oído que has ido al gimnasio últimamente. Para ti, es desafiante pero gratificante, ¿verdad?
Sí, ha sido todo un viaje, pero poco a poco voy viendo los resultados.
Es genial escuchar eso. ¿Qué tipo de progreso has logrado con tus entrenamientos?
Bueno, he ido aumentando el peso gradualmente y he visto mejoras en mi fuerza.
Eso es maravilloso. El esfuerzo constante y la paciencia son la clave cuando se trata de alcanzar los objetivos de acondicionamiento físico.
Absolutamente. No siempre es fácil, pero la sensación de logro hace que valga la pena.
Me lo puedo imaginar. Desarrollar esa resistencia y esa masa muscular requiere tiempo y dedicación.
De hecho, para mí, ha sido cuestión de esforzarme un poco más cada vez.
Es un enfoque fantástico. Un progreso lento y constante puede conducir a resultados impresionantes.
Exactamente. No me apresuro, pero definitivamente estoy viendo los beneficios de mi arduo trabajo.
Estoy seguro de que te sientes más fuerte y con más confianza cada semana que pasa.
Definitivamente. Ha sido una experiencia realmente enriquecedora, tanto física como mentalmente.
Me alegra oír eso. La forma física es mucho más que solo el aspecto físico.
Absolutamente. Ha sido un viaje holístico de superación personal y crecimiento personal.
Eso es maravilloso. Sigan con este gran trabajo y estoy seguro de que seguirán superando sus objetivos.
Lección 9. La versátil Oreo.
¿Has notado cómo las galletas Oreo se han convertido en una delicia versátil, tanto en Estados Unidos como en todo el mundo?
Sí, es bastante interesante cómo esta cookie clásica ha evolucionado y ha encontrado nuevos usos.
Absolutamente. Las galletas Oreo ya no son solo un aperitivo, se han convertido en un ingrediente de todo tipo de recetas.
Eso es cierto. He visto cómo se usan galletas Oreo en todo, desde batidos y pasteles hasta helados e incluso masas de tartas.
Exactamente. Es sorprendente cómo esta sencilla galleta se ha convertido en un alimento básico en tantos postres diferentes.
Esto demuestra el poder de la versatilidad. Las galletas Oreo han logrado trascender su forma original.
Definitivamente. Se han convertido en un verdadero icono, no solo en un regalo independiente.
Estoy de acuerdo, las galletas Oreo se han convertido en una parte muy querida de la cultura alimentaria estadounidense y mundial.
Absolutamente. Es fascinante ver cómo una humilde cookie puede evolucionar y encontrar nuevas aplicaciones.
Es un testimonio de la creatividad tanto de los cocineros caseros como de los chefs profesionales.
Definitivamente. Las galletas Oreo se han convertido en un lienzo en blanco para la innovación culinaria.
De hecho, las posibilidades de las galletas Oreo parecen infinitas, y eso es parte de su atractivo perdurable.
Absolutamente. Las galletas Oreo se han convertido realmente en un ingrediente versátil e icónico en el mundo de la comida.
Es increíble cómo una simple galleta puede capturar la imaginación de tantas personas en todo el mundo.
Exactamente. Las galletas Oreo han trascendido sus orígenes para convertirse en un fenómeno cultural.
Lección 10. Proyectos aptos para principiantes.
Como principiante, ¿qué tipo de proyecto recomendarías para alguien como yo?
Esa es una gran pregunta. Para un principiante, sugeriría comenzar con algo relativamente simple pero atractivo.
Vale, eso tiene sentido. ¿Qué tipo de proyecto tenías en mente?
Una idea que me viene a la mente es un proyecto básico de desarrollo de sitios web o aplicaciones móviles.
Interesante. Quería aprender más sobre el desarrollo web. ¿Qué implicaría eso?
Para un principiante, puede comenzar con la creación de un sitio web personal simple o un sitio de comercio electrónico básico.
Eso suena accesible. ¿Qué tipo de habilidades necesitaría para empezar con algo así?
Bueno, lo esencial sería HTML, CSS y un poco de JavaScript. Estos son los componentes básicos del desarrollo web.
Ah, ya veo. Eso parece manejable para un principiante. ¿Hay alguna otra idea de proyecto que recomendarías?
Otra opción podría ser un pequeño proyecto de desarrollo de aplicaciones móviles que utilice un marco como React Native o Flutter.
Oh, eso es interesante. He oído hablar mucho de esos marcos. ¿Qué tipo de aplicación podría crear como principiante?
Algo simple como una lista de tareas pendientes o una aplicación meteorológica sería un excelente punto de partida. Te ayudarán a aprender los fundamentos.
Eso parece un buen equilibrio entre desafío y viabilidad. Agradezco que me hayas hecho estas sugerencias.
Absolutamente. Comenzar con proyectos que sean manejables pero que sigan siendo atractivos es la clave para los principiantes. Avísame si necesitas algún otro consejo.
Lo haré, muchas gracias. Me entusiasma sumergirme en uno de estos proyectos y empezar a desarrollar mis habilidades.
Fantástico, estoy seguro de que lo harás muy bien. Solo recuerda divertirte con el proceso y no tengas miedo de experimentar.
Lo haré. Gracias de nuevo por las útiles recomendaciones. Estoy listo para empezar.
Lección 11. Admirando la panadería cercana.
El aroma de la panadería es simplemente divino.
Estoy de acuerdo, el aroma es delicioso.
¿Vamos a entrar y darnos un capricho con un pastel?
Me parece una idea maravillosa. Se me antoja algo dulce.
Excelente, veamos qué opciones deliciosas tienen.
Estoy seguro de que encontraremos algo irresistible.
Tienes razón, vamos a admirar su obra.
Me encanta el olor de los productos recién horneados.
Al igual que yo, es un verdadero placer para los sentidos.
Lección 12. Luces centelleantes en la casa.
Las luces de tu casa tienen un aspecto absolutamente impresionante.
Gracias, estoy muy contenta con el resultado.
El efecto centelleante es fascinante.
Hemos puesto mucho esfuerzo en la pantalla.
Sin duda se nota, la casa tiene un aspecto mágico.
Me alegra que aprecies el arduo trabajo.
Es un verdadero placer verlo desde fuera.
Queríamos traer un poco más de alegría este año.
Bueno, sin duda has tenido éxito en ese sentido.
Lección 13. Explorando ruinas antiguas.
He oído que has tenido un viaje lleno de acontecimientos recientemente.
Sí, tuve la oportunidad de explorar unas ruinas antiguas.
Suena fascinante, ¿qué descubriste?
Encontré algunos artefactos y estructuras realmente notables.
Solo puedo imaginarme el significado histórico.
Era un auténtico tesoro de información.
That must have been an incredible experience.
Lesson 14. Recommendations for the weekend.
Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Actually, do you have any recommendations for the weekend?
Let me think. What kind of activity are you interested in?
I'm open to suggestions, perhaps something adventurous or cultural.
Well, there's an intriguing art exhibit opening at the museum.
That sounds like a delightful way to spend the afternoon.
Alternatively, there's a hiking trail with stunning views.
The outdoors do sound appealing, I'll have to consider that.
Whatever you choose, I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time.
Lesson 15. Pinto Accident Compensation.
I've been following the news about the Pinto accident case.
Yes, it's a truly heartbreaking situation for the affected families.
The lengths the company went to in order to avoid responsibility are appalling.
Indeed, the lack of transparency and disregard for human life is truly disturbing.
I hope the court ruling provides some form of justice and closure for the victims.
Absolutely, these families deserve fair compensation and acknowledgement of their loss.
It's a stark reminder of the importance of corporate accountability and ethics.
You're right, this case highlights the need for stronger regulations and oversight.
Hopefully, it serves as a catalyst for meaningful change in the industry.
Lesson 16: The Lost Language of the Inuit.
The Inuit used to speak a language called Inuktitut before modern times.
I didn't know that. What happened to the Inuktitut language?
The Inuit had to adapt to survive the harsh Arctic climate, so their language evolved over time.
That's fascinating. Do you know what the Inuktitut language was like?
From what I've read, it was a complex language with unique vocabulary for describing the natural world.
It's a shame that language has been lost. Do you think we could ever revive it?
I'm not sure, but it would be an interesting project to try and preserve that cultural heritage.
I agree. It's important to document endangered languages before they disappear completely.
Absolutely. Maybe we could look into organizations that work on language revitalization.
Lesson 17: Waiting for good news.
Don't worry, I'm sure the good news will come soon.
I hope so. I can't wait to get out of this situation.
I understand. It's been a difficult time, but stay positive.
I'm trying, but it's hard when there's so much uncertainty.
I know, but try to focus on what you can control.
You're right. I should just be patient and trust the process.
Exactly. I'm confident things will work out in the end.
I appreciate you trying to keep me optimistic.
That's what friends are for. We'll get through this together.
Lesson 18: The Perfect Purchase.
Yes, I've been looking for the perfect one, but it's hard to find.
I can imagine. Have you had any luck in your search?
Not yet, but I'm determined to find the right one.
I'm sure you'll find it eventually. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, it needs to have certain features and be within my budget.
Understandable. It's important to find the right balance.
Exactly. I don't want to settle, but I also don't want to break the bank.
I hear you. The hunt for the perfect purchase can be quite challenging.
Tell me about it. But I'm not giving up just yet.
Lesson 19: Exciting Travel Plans.
Hi, have you started planning our trip?
Yes, I've been looking into booking the flights and accommodations.
Excellent. Where are we thinking of going?
I was considering a few different options, but I think we should go with the beach destination.
Sounds perfect. I've been craving some sun and relaxation.
Me too. I think it will be the ideal getaway.
Great. When do you think we should plan to go?
I was thinking we could go in a couple of months, if that works for you.
Absolutely. I can't wait to start packing and get away.
Lesson 20. Enjoying the moment.
Such a nice day, don't you think?
Absolutely. The sun is shining, and the weather is perfect.
It's the kind of day that just lifts your mood.
Exactly. It's important to take a moment and appreciate the little things.
Couldn't agree more. We should try to do this more often.
Definitely. Life can get so hectic, but days like this remind us to slow down.
Exactly. Let's make the most of this beautiful afternoon.
Agreed. I'm going to try to be more present and mindful.
Sounds like a great plan. Shall we go for a walk and soak it all in?
Absolutely. Lead the way.
Okay. Let's go.
Lesson 21. Bad water basin.
The floor of Death Valley National Park in California is the lowest point in the western United States.
Really? I didn't know that. What's the elevation there?
It's 282 feet below sea level.
Wow, that's incredible. I can't imagine being that far below the ocean.
Me neither. It must feel very isolated and remote down there.
I bet the landscape is fascinating. Have you been to Death Valley before?
No, I haven't had the chance yet. I'd love to visit and explore the unique terrain.
Well, if you do go, make sure to pack lots of water. It's one of the hottest and driest places in the world.
Good advice. I'll remember that. Death Valley sounds like an incredible natural wonder.
Absolutely. It's on my list of places to see someday. The contrast between the low elevation and the rugged mountains must be breathtaking.
I agree. It's definitely piqued my curiosity. I'll have to plan a trip there soon.
Lesson 22. Lost luggage.
Did they have any idea where your luggage might be?
No, the airline said it was misplaced. They're trying to locate it, but I'm not very hopeful.
That's so frustrating. Losing your luggage on a trip is the worst.
Tell me about it. I only have the clothes I'm wearing, and I'll need to buy some essentials.
Well, at least you can use it as an excuse to do some shopping while you're here.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But I'd much rather have my original luggage.
I can imagine. Hopefully, the airline will find it soon and get it to you.
I hope so too. In the meantime, I guess I'll have to make do with a bare-bones wardrobe.
Well, you still look great, even without your usual attire.
Thank you, that's very kind of you to say. I'm trying to stay positive about the situation.
Good attitude. I'm sure it will all work out in the end.
Lesson 23, Delicious Recipes.
This recipe is delicious. The seasonings really add a nice flavor.
I agree, the spices complement the dish perfectly.
Do you have the recipe for this dish? I'd love to try making it at home.
Unfortunately, I don't have the full recipe, but I can tell you the main ingredients.
That would be great. I'm always on the lookout for new, tasty recipes to try.
Okay, let's see. It has onions, garlic, tomatoes, and a blend of herbs and spices.
That sounds like a good starting point. I'll have to experiment with the proportions.
Definitely. Adjusting the seasoning to your taste is part of the fun of cooking.
I can't wait to give it a try. Cooking is one of my favorite hobbies.
Me too. It's so satisfying to create something delicious from scratch.
Absolutely. Food brings people together in such a wonderful way.
Lesson 24, Bread Preferences.
Do you prefer whole wheat bread or the regular kind?
I usually go for whole wheat, but I can enjoy a good white bread as well.
I'm the same way. Whole wheat has more fiber and nutrients, but white bread can be so soft and fluffy.
Exactly. It really depends on the dish and my mood. Sometimes I crave the heartiness of whole wheat, and other times, the lightness of white bread.
I find that whole wheat works better for sandwiches, while white bread is perfect for things like toast or rolls.
That's a good point. The texture and density of the bread can really impact the overall dish.
Definitely. And of course, it's all a matter of personal preference.
Absolutely. There's no right or wrong when it comes to bread choices.
Agreed. The important thing is to enjoy what you're eating.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm happy to explore a variety of breads.
Me too. It adds an extra layer of enjoyment to the dining experience.
Lesson 25, San Francisco Sights.
That's great that you're planning a trip to San Francisco. Make sure to visit the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, absolutely. The Golden Gate Bridge is at the top of my list. I can't wait to see it in person.
And while you're there, be sure to try some of the amazing seafood they have.
Definitely. I've heard the seafood in San Francisco is phenomenal.
It really is. The fresh fish and shellfish are just incredible.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. I'll be sure to indulge in the local cuisine.
You won't regret it. San Francisco is such a vibrant and beautiful city.
I've heard that too. I'm really looking forward to exploring all it has to offer.
I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time. Let me know if you need any other recommendations.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll be sure to reach out if I have any other questions.
Sounds good. I hope you have an amazing trip to San Francisco.
Lesson 26, Maximizing Small Bathroom Space.
Anna, I have an idea to make our small bathroom feel more spacious.
Oh, really? I'm all ears.
We could install some shelves and cabinets to keep things stored away, freeing up counter space.
That's a great idea. Minimizing clutter is key in a small bathroom.
Exactly. And we could also use some creative storage solutions, like hanging baskets or a wall-mounted medicine cabinet.
Ooh, I like the idea of a wall-mounted cabinet. It would save a lot of floor space.
Absolutely. And we could even add a few decorative touches, like some plants or artwork, to make it feel more inviting.
Wonderful. I'm really excited to try these ideas and see how much more spacious our bathroom can feel.
Me too. I think it'll make a big difference and make the most of our limited space.
Lesson 27, Choosing the Perfect Location.
Hey, have you given any thought to where you want to live?
I have, actually. I'm really hoping to find a place close to public transportation.
That's a great consideration. Easy access to public transit is so important.
Definitely. I don't want to have to rely on a car all the time.
I agree. And what about the neighborhood? Have you thought about the kind of area you'd like to live in?
I'm hoping for something with a nice mix of residential and commercial areas, with shops and restaurants nearby.
That sounds ideal. A walkable neighborhood would be perfect.
Exactly. And I'd love to be close to a park or green space, too, for some outdoor time.
Those are all fantastic criteria. I'm sure you'll be able to find the perfect spot.
I hope so. It's going to take some searching, but I'm excited to find the right place.
I'm confident you'll land on something great. Just let me know if you need any help along the way.
Lesson 28, Weekend Plans.
Hey, what are your plans for the weekend?
I'm not entirely sure yet. I was thinking of catching up on some reading and maybe doing a bit of cleaning around the house.
Ah, the classic weekend to-do list. I can relate to that.
What about you? Do you have anything fun or exciting planned?
Well, I was considering going to that new art exhibit downtown. Have you heard about it?
No, I haven't. What's it all about?
It's featuring some really unique and thought-provoking modern art pieces. I thought it might be interesting to check out.
That does sound intriguing. I'd be happy to join you if you'd like the company.
Really? That would be great. I think it could be a fun way to spend the afternoon.
Absolutely. I'm always up for discovering new art and culture around the city.
Wonderful. I'll make sure to get us tickets in advance then.
Lesson 29, Versatile Hairstyles.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, what do you think about bobs?
Bobs? You mean the hairstyle? I think they can be quite versatile, actually.
Really? I always thought they were only suitable for certain hair types.
Not at all. Whether you have straight, wavy, or curly hair, a bob can work.
Interesting. I didn't realize that. What makes them so versatile?
Well, the length and shape can be adjusted to flatter different face shapes and hair textures.
That makes sense. So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of style?
Exactly. A skilled hairstylist can customize a bob to complement your unique features.
That's good to know. I've been considering a change, but I wasn't sure a bob would suit me.
I think you should definitely give it a try. I bet it would look great on you.
Maybe I will. Thanks for the insight. It's really helpful.
Lesson 30, The Grandeur of the Grand Canyon.
Anna, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
No, I haven't, but I've heard it's absolutely breathtaking.
It truly is. The sheer size and beauty of it are just awe-inspiring.
I can only imagine. I've seen pictures, but I'm sure they don't do it justice.
Absolutely not. Standing at the edge and taking in the vast expanse is an experience like no other.
I can see why it's such a popular destination for visitors.
Exactly. The Grand Canyon has a way of filling people with a sense of wonder and appreciation for nature.
I bet it would be an incredible trip. I'd love to hike along the rim and take in all the different viewpoints.
That's a fantastic idea. The trails offer so many opportunities to explore and appreciate the canyon's splendor.
I'm definitely adding it to my travel bucket list. It seems like the kind of place that would leave a lasting impression.
It absolutely will. The Grand Canyon is truly a natural wonder that everyone should experience at least once.
Lesson 31, Laundry Woes.
I despise doing laundry. It's such a time-consuming task.
I understand your frustration. Laundry is a never-ending chore.
Exactly. I feel like I'm constantly sorting, washing, and folding.
I know, it's relentless. But it's a necessary evil, unfortunately.
Agreed. Do you have any tips to make the process more efficient?
Well, try to stay on top of it and do small loads regularly.
That's a good idea. Letting it pile up just makes it worse.
Absolutely. And pre-treat any stains before washing to save time later.
Excellent tip. I'll have to remember that one.
Also, fold and put away clothes as soon as they're dry.
That's a habit I need to develop. It would save so much time.
Definitely. Small steps can make a big difference with laundry.
You're right. I'll have to try implementing some of these strategies.
I'm sure they'll help. Laundry may never be fun, but it can be less of a chore.
I appreciate the advice. Anything to make this task more manageable.
Lesson 32, Sleepless Nights.
Did you have a good sleep last night?
Not really, I had trouble falling asleep.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What kept you up?
I'm not sure, my mind just wouldn't settle down.
That's the worst. Lack of sleep can really affect your day.
Absolutely. I feel quite tired and sluggish today.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any techniques to improve your sleep?
I've tried relaxation exercises and limiting screen time before bed.
Those are good strategies. Establishing a consistent sleep routine is important too.
Yes, I've heard that can make a big difference. I'll have to be more disciplined about it.
It's worth the effort. Quality sleep is so essential for our well-being.
You're right. I'll have to prioritize it more going forward.
I hope you're able to get a good night's rest soon.
Thank you, I appreciate the concern. It's a work in progress.
Well, I'm here if you need any other sleep-related advice.
Lesson 33, Sibling Dynamics.
Hey, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have one sister.
That's nice. I'm an only child, so I've always wondered what it's like.
It has its ups and downs, to be honest.
I can imagine. What's the dynamic like between you and your sister?
Well, we're quite different in many ways, but we're also very close.
That's interesting. Do you find you often clash because of your differences?
Occasionally, but we've learned to respect each other's boundaries.
That's good to hear. Sibling relationships can be tricky to navigate.
Definitely. It takes a lot of patience and compromise.
I can imagine. Do you feel having a sibling has shaped you in any way?
Absolutely. My sister has definitely influenced my personality and perspectives.
That's really fascinating. I wonder how my life would be different if I had a sibling.
It's hard to say, but I'm sure it would have its own unique challenges and rewards.
Well, I'm glad you and your sister have a good relationship overall.
Lesson 34, Safety First.
Hey, do you have a small medical kit with you? Yes, I always carry one with me. It's really helpful.
That's a great idea. What kind of items do you keep in it? Bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and a few other essentials.
That's a smart assortment. You never know when you might need something.
Exactly. It's always better to be prepared, especially when you're out and about.
I agree. Do you find you use the kit often?
Not too frequently, but it's come in handy a few times.
I can imagine. Even minor injuries can be a hassle without the proper supplies.
Absolutely. It's just a small thing, but it can make a big difference.
I'll have to consider putting together a similar kit for myself.
I'd highly recommend it. It's a simple way to ensure your safety.
That's a good point. I appreciate you sharing this useful tip.
Of course. Safety should always be a top priority.
Couldn't agree more. I'll look into getting a medical kit together.
Lesson 35, Helpful Hints.
That's a good suggestion. Do you have any other tips for someone starting out?
Let me think. Well, one thing that's been helpful for me is to make checklists.
Checklists, huh? How do those help with everyday tasks?
They keep me organized and ensure I don't forget important steps.
That makes sense. I tend to rely on my memory, but a checklist could be more reliable.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of things and saves time in the long run.
That's a great point. What other strategies would you recommend?
Another tip is to set reminders on your phone or calendar. That way, you don't miss deadlines.
Ah, yes, that's a smart idea. Notifications can be really helpful.
Definitely. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it.
Good call. Sometimes we try to do everything on our own, but a little assistance can go a long way.
Absolutely. Collaborating with others can make tasks much more manageable.
I appreciate you sharing these practical tips. They're really useful.
I'm glad I could provide some helpful suggestions. Let me know if you need any other advice.
Will do. These ideas will definitely come in handy as I tackle new challenges.
Lesson 36, The Wooden Seat Advantage.
Hi John, have you heard about the wooden seat advantage in rowing boats?
No, I'm not familiar with that. What is the wooden seat advantage?
Apparently, rowers who use wooden seats tend to gain an advantage over their competitors.
Interesting. How does that work?
Well, the wooden seats are said to allow the rowers to slide back and forth more smoothly, which improves their efficiency.
I see. So the wooden seats give them an edge over those using other types of seats.
Exactly. The extra slide and momentum from the wooden seats can make a significant difference in the race.
That's amazing. I didn't know something as simple as the seat material could have such an impact on performance.
It just goes to show that even small details can make a big difference in competitive sports.
Absolutely. Rowing is all about fine-tuning every aspect of the equipment and technique.
Definitely. The wooden seat advantage is just one example of the innovative ways athletes try to gain an edge.
It's fascinating to learn about these little-known factors that can influence the outcome of a race.
Indeed. Sports are full of interesting insights like this that are worth exploring.
I agree. This has been a very enlightening conversation about the nuances of rowing.
I'm glad I could share this little known fact with you. It just goes to show there's always more to discover in the world of sports.